Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chevy, the owner of CB Sourcing, where we source apparel for brands. So today is a very important video. Actually, it's a very, very fun video because I had the opportunity today to do a live masterclass with my customers and a lot of my followers. So today is all about finding verified clothing vendors on Alibaba.com's platform. So without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, so if you have your computers or even if you're on your smartphone, it's easier to see on your computer. That way you get the full effect of the actual platform, and then we can go from there. So I am on Alibaba.com. For those who don't know about Alibaba.com, it is the largest wholesale platform for buyers and also sellers to basically buy and sell products, wholesale products in the world. It is the largest platform. And so with that said, a large majority of my customers, a large majority of, buyers and sellers that I know, if they don't know about Alibaba.com, they are living under a rock. Okay. And so a lot of people, millions of people upon millions of people source on this platform. A lot of people, they sell on this particular platform. But the problem that we keep running into, just like you all, is that they are not sourcing properly. The other thing is that this platform is actually, and when we get into the session, is actually designed for the buyer. So again, this is a business to business, a B2B platform for actual buyers. Now, in the midst of you buying things on the platform, you can also sell on this platform as well. But we're not going to get into certain details in regards to buying and selling and so on and so forth. But just giving you some background about the company. It's about, I got to look at my years, but I think it's a little bit over 30 or almost 30 years old, the actual platform itself. When I started with Alibaba in 2008, I was an independent contractor between 2008 and 2013, 12-ish. So basically what that meant was that I introduced people to this platform. And with introducing people to this particular platform, I, had over 1,000 small businesses start buying and sourcing off of this platform. And so I absolutely love this platform when it comes to sourcing, because this is my home, right? And so recently, a couple of weeks ago, I have become kind of like an independent contractor with them again. I'm helping businesses start and source on this particular platform. All right, so we are on Alibaba.com. That's just a brief background about the platform, and we're going to get started. So when you first go to Alibaba.com, the first thing you're going to see is, and that's if you are signed in. So if you have an account with them, go ahead and create an account. You have to verify your business. You have to also put in your tax information, because a lot of the purchases can be tax-free. If you don't have that tax information, that's fine. You can still sign up. You don't have to, have it right away. But I usually tell people, like, look, if you're going to buy off this platform, and if you don't want to pay taxes, because they will charge you, some of the suppliers will charge you, definitely put in your business information, verify your business, so you will become tax exempt, right, on the platform. So when you first log in, you will definitely see the header menu here, and you'll see I have a lot of messages, all this other good stuff going on, and I'm going to explain a large portion of what these buttons mean. So the very first thing we're going to deep dive into is this upper menu before we start looking at suppliers. And the reason why I like looking at the menu is because how do you know how to navigate a platform if you don't know what's going on, right? You don't know how to get help. You don't know how to sign in. You don't know how to do all that stuff. So the very first thing I like to look at for my customers is this particular help menu. Now, some of these things we are not going to go into full detail because not what this session is about. However, it's very important that you all understand. You can go back and watch them, read this stuff later if need be. So the very first thing is when I tell people that this platform is made for you all, for the actual buyers, people are like, what, are you serious? Because I feel like, every time I use this platform, I get scammed or something like that. But when we finish today, you're going to realize like, wow, I can actually get refunds, or I can actually protect myself. Or if something doesn't go right with my, with my order, I have protection, and you absolutely do, right? So the very first thing is the help up here. If you scroll down to for buyers, that will be you. And we're going to click on it in a second, but this is for buyers. Opening a case is, and we'll look at the case a little bit later, but it's basically for complaint. Reporting IP, what is it, your IP rights or any issues with someone. Yes, I said IP, and some of you all like, what? I didn't even know that that's even possible. Yes. Infringement. So if something, if you see your designs being copied somewhere, and I will talk a little bit about how you can be protected on this platform, but you can report it. Okay. So again, a lot of people think that, oh, it's Chinese, or they just underhanded, and I'm just going to send my money to them and they're just not right. That is not the case. I've won 100% of my cases with my clients. Some of you all probably have seen some of the videos on Instagram or whatever with a couple of my customers talking about how I was able to win these different cases for them, and also for, their intellectual property. So they, I have a lot of clients that don't understand how that whole system works, but I'm gonna briefly talk about that today, but not a lot. And then if there's any abuse, if you're being abused, if you're being misled or mistreated on the platform, you can report that. Okay, so I like to show people this first, simply because they don't know. It's very eye-opening to say, oh, wow, just if you click on the help and you actually get help, they actually help me and they will help me. All right, yes, this platform will do just that. So let's go down to the search menu. So here you have where you can search for products, manufacturers. This is the search engine here where you type in what you need. You can also upload a picture. So you can do a picture upload and search by picture. So that is awesome. And then obviously we'll click search. So again, you can search by the product, or you can search by the manufacturer, and I will tell you the differences between the two. Here you can request quotations. Basically, if you want to, let's say, source a certain particular t-shirt, and you don't want to, source from one person, you want millions of, manufacturers to contact you, what you can do is just click on request a quotation. And when I tell you, when you do this, just be prepared, because your email is going to blow up. Sometimes I feel like even if someone is not selling something that I requested, they are contacting me. It's really weird. But anyway, so you can give specifications of how many, units you want, the color, so on and so forth. You put it in this request, and the manufacturers will start running after you, trying to trace you down or track you down in order for you to buy from them, because they feel like, hey, you put in this request, I got what you need. Then here, the second one is ready to ship. That's self-explanatory. And then logistics services. So again, the logistics services, I'm not going to go tedious and break this whole section down. However, if you need logistics and shipping, whether it's by ocean freight or sea freight or train, yes, they also do trains as well. you can definitely get the services that you need. You don't have to go with your manufacturer for shipping. So you can definitely use Alibaba services. They do a lot of third party, and we'll talk about third party stuff today, but they do a lot of third party on this particular platform. So a lot of their shipping, and you can also find shipping companies while you're searching and sourcing, but a large portion of their logistics and shipping companies are third party. All right. Now let's go down to where the categories are. We're going to only look under apparel. As you can see, some of my stuff is already up here. So we have some uniforms, some eyewear, some women's, because I was like searching stuff earlier, and I wanted to get straight to the nitty gritty when it comes to sourcing. And then these little boxes here, obviously topped rank, new arrivals. This is all of my business and profile information, my browser history. As you can see, I've been browsing and looking for you all already just to get prepped. And then any type of updates on suppliers are here. And then again, you can search and put in another quotation and request. If you scroll down, you will see, and I was searching earlier. The good thing about this platform is that the algorithms are insane. So if you search for lip gloss, oh my, OMG, 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 you're going to have lip gloss suppliers all over your homepage. So everybody's homepage and dashboard, as you can see, will be completely different. No, unless we searching the exact same stuff or the exact same things, these things will pop up. So I was just searching some stuff last night, and immediately when I started searching stuff, other stuff started popping up. So featured section, so you have samples, so you can get samples from suppliers, any new arrivals, top ranked things, so on and so forth. So as you can see, ready to ship items are items that you basically buy, don't need them customized, don't need anything. You just need bulk orders of these products, and they just sent out to you. And then again, as you can see, I just was searching just for you yesterday. I'm like, let me type in everything because I wanted my algorithms to look cute when we pop on. But as you can see, I was just searching different types. And I know this looks real, like, oh my God, this is a lot. Yeah, this looks really cute. Look at that. Look at this. Look at those glasses. Oh, I want to buy this. But looks can be deceiving on this platform, and I will show you in a second. And then down here is just more information. And this area down here, a lot of people don't even really pay attention to this, but Alibaba has a ton of other companies that they own. And with that being said, Alibaba.com is the only platform outside of AliExpress that is foreign, right? And when I mean foreign, myself and yourself included, we are foreigners, international, we are on the platform. The rest of these companies are for Chinese suppliers and Chinese customers and our demographics. So I get to explore the best of both worlds on this platform. So whenever you all get a moment, a large portion of these, if it's not AliExpress or Alibaba, the rest of these platforms are in Chinese. So if you have a translator, you can definitely translate, but they are geared towards the Chinese market. And then obviously you have all of your search engine information. I'm not going to go into full detail about these. Then you have the customer service information. And then down at the bottom is your little message. And I have a lot of messages. I'll show you all a couple of messages today because I messaged a couple of suppliers asking them questions before we started the session. All right. So the very first thing I would like to do is let's go into finding a product. So I am going to, and I had these products earlier, so I'll go back into my history. You know what? I'm gonna just show you from scratch. So we'll start with a product. And since this is summer dress, I'm just going to type in summer dress. It's already there. It's the summer, it's algorithms, the algorithms, it's telling me to look up a sundress. So I'll look up a sundress. You can put the year in it. It's completely up to you, however you want to source. But I'm going to tell you right now, with sourcing, you have to be very, very, very specific. So if you want a red and black sundress, if you can even put, blue strapless sundress, whatever your heart's desiring, you have to make sure you put in all the details in the search engine. Another quick thing that I love to tell people, and their minds are completely blown, is that Alibaba is technically a technology company that's fronted by products. Let me say that again. Alibaba.com is a technology company first that's fronted by products. What do I mean by that? This search engine it's greater than Amazon's search engine. It is one of the best search engines out there. They do a lot of behind the scenes when it comes to technology. That's why your algorithms are the way they are when you log on, when you put in your email, the types of emails that you are receiving. But this search engine is ridiculous. All right. So again, it's very sensitive as well. So whatever you put in, you're going to see these particular items pop up on your screen. That when I tell you, it's amazing how the technology that Alibaba is using is just crazy. The other thing that I like that Amazon kind of copied is this prediction. So a lot of these large platforms, they have what we call prediction technology, where they can predict according to the market and according to how we are on here, clicking here and clicking there. They can predict what's coming up, what's new, what's hot, what's fresh, right there at your fingertips. So that way you don't have to go look for new arrivals and this and that. It will come to you. So if you need anything, you can definitely find it on this platform. So I'm going to go ahead and click the search. I see one. Somebody said, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So right off the jump, you will see, and I don't know why, I don't know what are these car batteries. I have no idea, but it looked like a car battery under a plus size width. And see, this is why we're doing this, so y'all are not tripped up. But I have no idea who's wearing this car battery. I'm just saying. So, so as you can see from the other postings, that we're looking at summer dresses, right? I didn't specifically say for women, for men, or the others, or children, right? And so they're here, as you can see. And again, if you want it to be specific, that's fine. You can go ahead and dial that in: women's summer dresses, children's, so on and so forth. So there's a ton of categories for dresses. And you will see the bestseller sometimes, because these are ads, and sometimes they're not bestsellers. These are just ads that this company pay for ad space to be here. It doesn't necessarily say this is a great company or this company is better than someone else. They just pay for, advertisements for their little company to be up top, which is good for them, because automatically people will assume, oh, this is a great company, let me click on it and start buying. But before we deep dive into that, let me just go over these menu items. All right, so the very first thing you'll see here are the categories. Ready to ship, again, personal protection equipment. This is still, they need to change the PPE. This is still up here from COVID, but hey, it is what it is. Trade shows. I absolutely love going to trade shows. oh, this saves me so much time and effort to see thousands of suppliers in one place instead of me running around like a chicken with my head cut off all around China trying to find these manufacturers. So trade shows are amazing as well. You can search those. And then the buyers center, again, I'm going to explain what these buttons are. Some of them we're going to tap on before we search for these dresses. So number one, they have a blog. Now, this is the thing about blogging here. Hopefully a lot of the articles are geared towards the US kind of customer, not to say everybody else isn't important, but the US is actually one of the largest buyers buyers for this particular platform. But a lot of their blogs and information is just really just weird. So you can go on here and read information if you want to, but it is there. They do have a blog. Trade assurance, I'll talk about trade insurance in a second of what it is. But if you want to read more into it, it's here. Production, monitoring, and inspections. We're going to definitely dive into this today because there's a difference between a product inspection and a management inspection, where you're going in to look at the actual warehouses, and then you're going in to look at the actual product. And people don't understand the two, but we'll talk about it today. Again, logistics services, and then letter of credit. This is more so for, I want to say, people outside the US. The letter of credit is like a line of credit. So like you can apply for a credit card. I wouldn't recommend it because it's Chinese. Just leave it be, but you can apply for a card. And then for sourcing, again, you can submit a request to get the request I was telling you earlier about. You submitted, you wanted t-shirts, you want to look for, thousands of manufacturers to send you information on the t-shirts that you need, and you don't want to go through this crazy system for it. You can submit your form here, your request form, and then suppliers from different regions. Now, China is not this is not the only place where your suppliers are selling from. They have even some US, Canada, India, Pakistan, like other countries and other suppliers from other, regions and whatever from around the world. They also sell on this platform. So again, if you need to change the regions at all, if you need to change, like, hey, I want my stuff shipped from, I want to, source in India, I don't want to do China, you can change it. And you can buy through this platform from India, or through this platform from Pakistan, or wherever. So that's another thing that I like to tell people is not all Chinese. Now, the other countries, they don't have as many, but China has built out this huge program for more international buyers. Okay. Someone had asked, how do you know which country is better? It's not about the country, and we'll talk about that today. It is literally about how you source. Got it? Because regardless of whatever country you're sourcing from, you can still get your money back. All right, Renee, you can still get your money back, and you can still be successful on this platform. So I don't want people, some people prefer different regions, and that's your personal, choice. But just know, if you go through the channels the way I am going to teach you to go through these little channels and click here and click there, it really doesn't matter. You're still protected on this platform, regardless of which country you buy from. So I just want to let people know that. Okay, so we typed in summer dresses. I wasn't specific on what kind of summer dresses, and this popped up. So right here on the left-hand side, for those, if you think, if you know it, that's great. I do have some information that was just so bizarre to me and crazy when I started doing more research, because I'm on this platform, but not really, obviously, because I'm here in China. I really don't need Alibaba, but when I do frequent this actual platform, I do see some, stuff popping up and new stuff. And so I'm gonna show you what these new things are and what they actually mean. All right, so here are the categories. And if you can click more to view more. Now we're on the left-hand panel. Suppliers features. So the very first feature is trade assurance. I'm going to click on trade assurance. And again, these are all buyers protections how can I say that, or protection measurements. So if you are a buyer, if you click on any of these things on the side when it comes to the features, you will be protected. But the most important one is trade assurance. You say, Chevy, what is trade assurance? So we'll click on it. So for trade assurance, how do we get to trade assurance and what is it? You go to Buyer Central, whichever one you want to call it, and scroll down to trade assurance. So for trade assurance, if you click a manufacturer and you want to be protected, so trade assurance is exactly what it says. Enjoy protection from payments to delivery on Alibaba.com. That means if you pay something, the supplier has this weird 30-day thing going on. So when I explain to people about trade assurance before and after your purchase, people are like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So when you place your order, it's very important that you contact and you stay in complete contact with the manufacturer via the chat. Let me just say that. In order for trade assurance to work in your favor, you have to stay on the platform. So if a supplier tells you to leave the platform, to come join us and go to WhatsApp or send us an email or WeChat, you are to tell them no. We are going to stay on this platform. Why? It's because if you have a complaint or an issue, you are not protected outside of this platform. Also, your chat history, okay, your chat history with the platform is going to help your case, because what the Chinese will not tell you, especially with Chinese. Now, other suppliers, they probably don't know this actual trick. I don't know, but they don't tell you that they use the chat history, okay, to set you up and say, well, this person didn't say anything to us for a whole month, but you all been talking on WhatsApp for a whole month. And so the case will go towards them. So you stay on this platform. So trade assurance, the simplest way I can tell you is that when you place your order, if you have any discrepancies, any problems with the supplier, even before your items are shipped to you, you can get a refund. Okay. And then once your items are shipped to you, you have 30 days to just basically write a complaint about your after sale. So if you get your products, if you had trade assurance, definitely. Now, this is the problem with trade assurance that I'm seeing customers do, is that they will get their products, they will complain, and then they will get a refund, and then they have product. That's not right. I'm seeing that more and more. And yeah, so it's a problem where they're getting more and more of these requests for refunds, and people are requesting them. They are winning, but they're also keeping the product when nothing was wrong with the product. So, but you are protected. So you can start your trade assurance order. You're going to pay through Alibaba. Don't pay through any other platforms. And the reason why I'm going down these important things is because mainly you're going to need these things when we start sourcing. And then your payments, cash back, so on and so. Look, let me just tell y'all, you got 30 days before you receive your items and 30 days after you receive your items to get your money back. All right. And that's if you use trade assurance, and that's if you stay on the platform to source, and that's if you tell the supplier you wanted one thing, they sent you something else, and it's in the chats. Okay. It's in the chats and they did not do that. You will be awarded your money back. Okay. 100% of my customers received money, period, point blank. So if you do it the way I'm telling you to do it, then you will be okay. So that's trade assurance. So this is your money. Protect your money, protect your investment. And then these two weird things. Okay, y'all. And I can show y'all my messages because I didn't see this at first. Like I looked at it before, but I really didn't pay attention to it because, again, this platform, as a sourcing agent, I really don't use it because a lot of the suppliers that we use aren't even on this platform. But for the most part, they have this trickery going on. So you have a verified supplier, and then a verified pro supplier. And so when I started to look up what they were, if you all don't know, sometimes, Alibaba, or I don't want to say the Chinese in general, but for these different types of platforms, they don't send you out like notifications to let you know what this stuff means or anything, right? And so I went searching. I was on Google and I was like, you know what? Let me just ask these pro suppliers. Now, this is another buying, I don't want to say buying hack or selling hack that they've come up with, but it's just really misleading. But the thing that you need to understand, and I saw a YouTube video, and when I watched this video, I just bursted out laughing because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's giving the wrong information and millions of people are watching this, right? And it is so wrong. And it is, when you click on verify supplier, that means that supplier had that Alibaba themselves did an inspection. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. Alibaba themselves, they do not do inspections. I will tell you and show you that later. But to let you know, there's no inspections going on through Alibaba. Alibaba is one of the biggest affiliates of companies. They use a lot of third party. They throw it off on different people to do. And then these people report back to Alibaba, and you have an office full of people just receiving paperwork from millions of suppliers and manufacturers and just implementing these things on these particular companies' platforms. All right. So you didn't hear that from me because I ain't the one to gossip. All right. So again, just because it says verified, Alibaba itself did not verify. These companies had to apply for other companies to get their verification, and it's a long process. All right. So you have verified, and then you have pro verified or verified pro supplier. Don't get it twisted. One means that they have some type of certification and they were verified. The pro just means, because when I was asking, and I have proof in my inbox, I can show you. And one lady said, look, you just ask you can just ask Alibaba's customer service, because I'm asking, like, what does it mean? And they're saying, oh, and when I tell y'all, I just picked random people. So and I pinned them to my chats. I asked them, and I will tell you what it really means in a second. But I asked these people, like, hey, what is this new pro verification, pro supplier versus verified, blah, 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 blah. I don't understand it. What's the difference? Pro is good than normal. Like they were giving me like crazy. It was given like these people don't know what they're talking about. So our company, she said, our company is the highest level of Alibaba member. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, y'all don't know what this is. Some people say, what do you mean? Well, I have to show a picture. Like, what's the difference between, and y'all see what I think I even showed a picture, and I said, what do I mean? I mean, pro, like, what does that mean? Pro, she said, strengthening advantage. What does pro mean? I don't need your rhetoric. I need to know exactly what's going on. So it just means, as a pro, that they have a higher transaction rate than other companies. That's number one. And then number two, they may have extra certification. That's it. Because they could be a horrible, company with $1 million per day transaction, numbers with one diamond. Yeah. So my thing and my tricks that I'm going to show you today is that just go with, look, if you want to click on pro, that's fine. Verified is okay. That's good enough for me. Trade assurance. You want to look at the response time, different features. If you have to pay for samples, a large portion of the sampling that we do, our customers, they have to pay for it. And then this new thing, look, let me tell y'all again, I'm not going to go through this whole situation, but look, for now we have ready to ship and we have paid samples. Down here is the minimum order. So MOQ is the minimum order required. So if the supplier tells you your minimum order that you can buy from us would be 100 pieces, then that's the minimum. Got it? It says it in the name, minimum order. So if you want 5, items, typically you're not going to see anything, depending on, especially for clothing, you will see 1 or 2 sometimes for clothing, but you typically won't see anything under 50. All right. So just be cautious about that. You can do a price range. And then down here are the different regions you want these particular items to come from. Like I said before, these are different. China is not the only supplier of these, these sundresses. And then down here, really fast. And then we'll deep dive into a supplier. Here is management. Here is product. What did I tell you all earlier? The inspections are 2 different things. So these are the different certifications when these suppliers are getting inspected. Number 1, this is for the actual warehouse / office / whoever is, managing this company. So you have these companies that will go in and they will inspect the management and the actual warehouse of it all, right? Then down here, I love showing people this. Alibaba eloquently tells you, we aren't doing this stuff ourselves, okay? They are independent third parties with no involvement from who? Alibaba.com. I like to state facts. So Alibaba themselves, they don't technically do the inspections. What they do is offer a service so you can pay a third party. Again, Alibaba is the middle person. All right. So they're not doing the inspections themselves. And then again, products inspections. They will do product inspections. So when you are applying for inspections for your products, make sure it's not a management where they inspect the actual warehouse and if you want products itself, I want you to inspect this product, this t-shirt. These are the certifications for products. Okay. A lot of people get those items confused, so on and so forth. So these are more features that you all can click on. I'm not going to go all through them, but it's self-explanatory. What type of material, blah, 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 da, 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 da. All right. So let me just click on one of the suppliers. So I'm going to click on trade assurance. I'm going to click on supplier. Let me just go ahead and do pro just to be cute. And then the response time is less, and I want them to respond to me less than an hour. How about that? Because right now it is 9:58 a.m. in China, and they're going to respond really fast because obviously it's the morning time, and and you can talk to suppliers late at night if you are in the US, and they will respond to you immediately. Okay, so I went ahead and I put on these filters, and then these amazing, cute suppliers popped up. As you can see, I wanted a summer dress. I don't know what this is, but these are definitely, this is fabric. This was a narrowing down of the criteria from a summer dress. This is it. And these are not even summer dresses. So let me unclick. What is this? So this is material for a summer dress. So let me unclick this pro supplier and see what pops up. Again, the pro supplier means the transactions, how, they have more transactions than everybody else. Okay, so look, bam, here we go. So I'm gonna just click on the first one and deep dive into this product. So number 1, just gonna click it. It looks okay, but not really. All right, so the very first thing you're going to come to is a company's product page. This is the product page. This is not the company's page, and I'll show you you know, how to get to the company's page in a second and what this means, if it's a trade company, if it's the actual warehouse, so on and so forth. So when you click on it, you'll see the name, you'll see the pieces. Now, with this particular product, there's some things missing. I can tell you right now, the reviews, there are no reviews up here for someone to see, but this will tell you how many pieces. So if you buy the minimum 30, it'll be $12.50. If you buy more than 10,000 pieces, the price will be $5.60. Okay. Then you go down, and benefits means that this is what they're offering you. So if they say buy and get 1%, I don't know if it's supposed to be cash back, and you can click on more, but a lot of companies don't sleep on benefits. So if you want to buy this particular product, you talk to the supplier about the benefits for this product. So benefits are basically like specials that they're running, basically. All the specs here, all the colors, the sizes, how many you want to order, so on and so forth, will all be here. Your lead time just basically says how long it's going to take them to make it. So depending on the quantity that you purchase, these are the days. Right down here, a lot of stuff is self-explanatory, but it matters when it comes to sourcing. Customize, they will customize and put a logo on one piece. Usually you have to buy 100 pieces in order for them to customize the packaging, for them to customize the logo, any type of graphics that you want on the actual items. They're just saying one piece, and I'm pretty sure this is not going to be a supplier that I would use myself. All right, but they are trade assurance protected, as you can see. Now, shipping, if I were to go in and type, I needed, you know, I'll just say 20 pieces, up here to my right, it'll tell you, actually I need 30. The MOQ is 30. So 30 pieces here tells me that it's going to be $375. The lead time is going to take 9 days, supposedly, and then the shipping is negotiated. A lot of suppliers are going back to the negotiation of the shipping because they lie to you about the shipping. I'm not going to go into all of these details, but down here, it'll tell you for shipping, contact the supplier to negotiate shipping details. You can negotiate the pricing for shipping. Got it? You can negotiate it. If they're telling you can negotiate, to be negotiated, that means you negotiate in the chat with the supplier. So you will contact them, okay, about the shipping fee. Enjoy this. Okay, so this one dispatch guarantee just basically means that if you upgrade your account, that your product is going to be guaranteed to ship out on a particular day, whichever day you all agree upon, or the day that the supplier tells you, we're going to ship this out next Wednesday. If they don't, then guess what? You are trade assurance. You can decide if you want to get your refund or decide if you want to continue with this company. All right. So again, that's more protection. The types of payments that they receive, their return policy. So make sure you all read their returns and refund policies right here. Right? Yes. Good. So make sure you do that. Going down, it's just basic information about the product, what this, the product description, the product, you know, oh, excuse me. They say it's a full inspection, but is it a full inspection on this particular item, or is it a full inspection of the warehouse? Any type of techniques or whatever, basically is just giving you more detail about the product, the company's profile, any exhibitions they've been on, any trade shows, any certifications, any frequent asked questions. They should all be here, right, for you. And then at the bottom, you have similar items, so on and so forth. So the algorithm has given me other suppliers that I can probably order from for this actual sundress. And then if you don't like it, again, you can send a request to the supplier, but you can also recommend if you want other suppliers to match this particular dress and to send you. So you're just basically putting in a quote. Okay. So you put in a quote, even though you're going to contact them, but you're also going to, you know, contact other people, let them know this is exactly what I'm looking for, so on and so forth. So other manufacturers will contact you. All right. So let's deep dive into this particular item. really fast, when you go into to source, I like to source companies, and I'm gonna go back to this first page. I like to source companies, and I'm going to change the view because I don't like this view. Okay, so I like this view better. Okay, so I like to pick companies. Number one, you want to look at if they're verified in the years. I typically tell people, if they are going to do sourcing on Alibaba, please go with a company that has more than 10 years of service on Alibaba's platform. Now, some companies, maybe they just started selling on Alibaba's platform, but they've been around for 20 years. That's easy. Just tell them to send you any information that can verify the fact that they've been around for 20 years, because they will advertise on their dashboard. And we'll see that in a second. They'll advertise on their dashboard, hey, we've been around for 20 years, but when you deep dive into who they are, they've only been selling on this platform for a year. Okay, so I typically like the 10 or more years. And then these diamonds, very simple. You see, everybody has a diamond, right? Look, you can get a company with one diamond and they could be amazing. So the diamonds are basically telling you their level of their ranking levels. Obviously, we know 6 is the best, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they've only received so many diamonds, and the diamonds are contingent upon it's a couple of things. Number one, their transactions, their response time, their certifications. It's a lot that goes into their diamonds and their rankings. If you click on them, I want to say you can go to, I'm gonna have to go to that other screen, but you can see, the diamonds and the rankings for the diamonds. All right. And then here you can see their reviews. Now, the thing with the reviews, and it was so funny, again, I love watching free YouTube University, because they don't explain this to you. They just tell you, oh, check out their reviews for this product. As you can see, this product has no reviews. Typically, if you see reviews, the reviews are for every single product, not just one product. So here, as you can see, this company in general, they have 25 reviews, but for this particular product, there's no reviews. Now, what will occur is that if this particular product receives, I think, like less than 10 reviews, I can't remember, the reviews will be about this product. But if it's more than that, 10 reviews, then you're going to see right under here, you're going to see reviews, and it's going to give you like some stars and stuff like that. If you click on it and you start reading, you will quickly find out that all these reviews were not for this particular item. If you don't believe me, look it up yourself. All right. So here are the reviews: supplier services, on-time delivery, production, so on and so forth. And they only have, sometimes they have a written review, just a real quick 2 or 3 word written review right here, just so you can see. You can compare these suppliers, so on and so forth. So again, show you the MOQ, show you the price, the MOQ. Now, these are my tricks of the trade. Number one, making sure that these suppliers are over 10 years, rocking on Alibaba for over 10 years. The second thing, and we're going to deep dive into the name in a sec right now. On the product page, after you click on it, so I clicked on whatever that sundress is, it took us here, and we are on the product page. It's going to tell you the company's name, where it's from, the years, their store rankings, ratings, sorry, on-time delivery rates, which is good, 95%, that's awesome. Their response time is less than 3 hours. Their online revenue is $140,000. The place, the actual factory or wherever this place is 2,400 meters square, and they have 84 staff members. Okay. Mike says sometimes after a number of reviews, suppliers change the products for, yep, they do. They change. You are absolutely correct. So they offer full customization, and then the quality here, quality control. They have finished product inspections, on-site material inspections. So again, They have inspections. So let's deep dive first before I decide that I want to go with this company and go with this particular item. I don't like to buy items with no reviews. Like, that's just not my thing. I also don't like to buy from a supplier that's under 10 years. But the other thing is, I don't like to buy from a supplier that's not on a major port. Let me say that again. I don't like to buy from a supplier that's not on a major port. I'm going to do a reel probably today because the sunlight is hitting me real cute right now. And so I'm gonna start doing reels to let you all know, if you buy certain apparel, if you're on this platform or sourcing from China, that you source items from specific areas. Okay. And then how would you know which area to buy from? Because I'm going to tell you, you don't buy your jeans from here. You buy your jeans from there. You don't buy your dresses from there. You buy your dresses from here. I'm going to show you, because those areas and provinces in China are the best. That's where they probably originated from. The craftsmanships with the supplies are there. They're easy to get. The raw materials may be there. They may be growing. Like, it's a lot of stuff. So you don't want to buy products from places that aren't near a major port. And what I mean by major port, a major body of water. So now I'm going to show you the map of the locations for where all of these suppliers are located. Okay. So if you go to Google and you just type in major ports in China, this map will pop up. So again, if any of your manufacturers are coming from, and as you can see, they're all on the water. So if your manufacturers are coming from northern China, you know, up towards Mongolia or Russia or wherever else you want to source from, right? It's going to be a no for me. So again, these are all the major ports, as you all can see. Okay. So a major body of water. So how do you know the difference between if this company is a trade company or if this company is a manufacturer? I don't know if you all have been following me or if you've seen me or have heard me say this before. Alibaba's platform, 80% of the sellers on this platform are trade companies. What does that mean? That means that 80% of these suppliers that you see, that you all call vendors, they are actually buying from the Chinese Alibaba's platform, and they are reselling them to us at a higher price. And how do you know that they are trade companies? Well, it tells you in the name. How do you know it's a manufacturer? Well, it tells you in the name. So we have to look at this. My old folks, you all know this already. So just hold tight. We're going to look at it. Look at the name. Now, every time you see a supplier, you see these weird names: Dongguan, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Yi'an, Xi'an, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Fushan. The list goes on and on and on, right? So when you're looking at the name, first of all, this is how you can tell if it's from a major body of water or near a major body of water or by a port, because all the ports are by major bodies of water. Number one, the very first name is the location, Dongguan. Dongguan is in the Guangzhou area. It's by a major port. So that tells you right now, if you look on a map, and I'm going to show you a quick map, if I can Google it right quick, if we have time, it will show you Dongguan. So that means I will definitely order from here. If it shows you Xi'an or Beijing or something that's up north of China, I'm not buying it. Why? And that is because it's going to cost you more in shipping, because they have to ship it from where they are all the way to a major port, and they're going to hike up your shipping costs. On top of the fact that if that region in China isn't popular or isn't the popular place where these items are made, don't buy them. Okay. So number one is the location. The second name, that, because all of these companies, you will see they got 4 and 5 names, right? The second name is the actual name of the company. Don't get me to pronounce this name because it's not pronounced the way it's spelled. It's Chinese, but this is Dongguan Quilon, I don't know, but that's the actual name of the company. The third name should be what they sell. They sell garments. Now, if this company would have been Dongguan, I'm gonna just call it QQ, Dongguan Q Technology, I'm not buying my sundress from this company because they're not selling what I need, which are garments or dresses. So the first name is location. The second name is the company's name. The third name is you want whatever you're buying to be a part of this company's name. And then the last one is a trade company. So if you see the letters LTD, that means that this company is a trade company. Now, you do have trade companies where they have their own manufacturing, and when you see that, you will see different clues, and I'll just tell you what some of these clues are. You will see OEM. I have a whole free download handbook that gives you all of the acronyms and what they mean. So basically OEM or ODM is that they can do your production, whether they can customize it or you can customize what they have, or if they have full customization, even though this is a trade company, but they also have a large, which means if it's more than 2,000 meter squares, it may be a huge factory, right? And they do a lot of annual exporting. I mean, 3.8 million, it looks like, I want to say annually, that's a lot of money. And they do OEM. So if you see anything that says OEM, that will distinguish the two. Okay. If you see OEM, especially with clothing and garments, this is a factory that make your items for you. Okay. And then going down, you will see, what did I tell you all earlier? Even though this company told us that they've been around 4 years, now they're saying on their dashboard is that they've been around for 27 years. Okay, so I need to see proof of that. So what I like to do is just contact them and ask them, but this is their dashboard. And I would probably buy from them because they look like they got it going on. I would go, for me as a sourcing agent, I would go visit to see if they, are the real deal. But the thing that is going to determine if they are the real deal is if you go under profile and you look under the company's overview, you will see really fast. A lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. Full customization. Okay, they do have finished product inspections, which you can pay for. They have on-site material inspections as well. But if you go down, the most important thing would be the main product, their main products. Here are some of their main products that they sell here. Sometimes it's listed and sometimes it's not, depending on, the level of how they rank on this platform. Who are they selling to? So 33%, they sell to South Africa. So right there, that will just turn me off because my North America percentage needs to be 50 or more. If they are trading, I need them to trade more in the market that I'm going to be buying and selling from. I need you to beef up your percentage when it comes to the US. So this is a company where I know right off the bat, if I were to source and grab some products from here, that the sizes will not be the sizes that I need for the US market. Okay, so again, you want to check out the name. You want to make sure that this name is near a major port. So again, this supplier looks great. But for the most part, I probably will not source from them simply because of their trading background. It's just not the company for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this company. We're gonna do one more really fast. Oh, number one, it tells you the product name. Again, we have a review. Ooh, look at that. It was 2 buyers that actually bought this particular thing. It is also ranked number 3 on the most popular for joggers. So if you click on here, you will see the top rankings. Remember, these top rankings and things of that nature will be on your homepage. So this was the 3rd one, which is really weird because it's like, how is it the 3rd one and only 2 buyers? So again, unless you're a sourcing agent and you're really looking at this stuff, Like you really, really got to be careful with the language and so on and so forth. When I tell people the reason why you're getting crap is because you don't know what you're doing, and 100% of my customers that I have, and they receive garbage and crap from these manufacturers, is because of that. You're not really dissecting what you are buying, and you're buying off of a video, you're buying off a picture. I haven't even talked about pictures and videos because for me it doesn't even make sense to even go over that. We know what a picture and a video is, and you see millions of suppliers with the same video and the same picture. I want to deep dive into the company, not into these pictures, because the pictures and looks can be deceiving. Okay. All right. So you go down to the cleanliness. Again, what did I tell y'all about these reports? Now they did an inspection on the factory and not on the clothes. Again, the MOQs, the MOQs, the pricing, and then the benefits. So they have a $500 coupon. I don't know what that means. You will click on it to claim it, and you can come back and you probably will, you can save you $500. Please use these benefits. A lot of people don't know that that's what they're there for. Again, the other one, the benefit was you get 1.5 cash back. I have no idea how I'm gonna get that cash back, but hey, it is what it is. I would rather take a coupon than cash back. All right. So samples will cost you $70. I don't think that other dress, I think I probably overlooked the samples, but if you want a sample, it's going to be $70. Remember, the sample is going to be way more than what the item costs. Okay, because they're only making one. Again, the lead time, so on and so forth, all the company's information is down here. Sourcing, bam, 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 all of their, the information, it looks good. Boom, boom, boom. I see OEM and I see ODM, which means that they could do full customization, which is good, or I can customize whatever. All right. So this is this company's information. Now, will I buy from this company? They're rocking on 9 years. Now, that other company said they were around for 27 years, but they've only been on this platform for 4 years. I probably will not go with them again because their main market is South Africa? I can't remember, but their main market here is North America. This company's is North America. So I may give it a try. I don't know. I'm going to click on it. They are also in Dongguan. This is the name of their company. They do fashion, and it's a trade company. LTD is trade company.
Dongguan Raymax Fashion Company Limited was founded in 2015.
I'm going to go down to, yep. So North America, 75%. I would probably give this company a try, maybe. And then I will go ahead and put it under because I do like a criteria. I do 1, 2, and 3. You could do it however you want to, but this will probably go under 2 because they have not hit the 10-year mark for selling on Alibaba's platform. Okay, so that's just me. Up here on their dashboard, you will see more information, their phone number, and also email, so you can email them. What did I tell you? I would not email them at all. Stay on this platform. You can chat now with them, or you can call them, but anything that you tell a manufacturer, and I'm gonna tell this at the end, we got about 5 minutes, but I will tell this at the end, is that you explain everything in the chats. You don't do nothing off of the platform. All right, so will I go with this company? No. Yeah, as a sourcing agent, it's teetering on I'm going to visit. This is not far from where I used to live. It's just 45 minutes away. I will visit them.
Dongguan Raymax Fashion Company.
Okay, Raymax. I will go and visit them and see what the real deal, Holyfield is with this particular company. So again, looks can be deceiving. Did we even look at pictures at all, you all, today? No, if you just want to see them, here they go. For me, pictures they mean nothing. Nothing at all. What I usually tell people is if you see a picture, you come right here where it says chat now. Maybe, here it is. Chat now. You click on the picture so it'll pop up on the chat, and then I will type hi, you introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Chevy. I own a company and I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. I see that you have, pictures from on this particular profile. Can you please send me the company's factory's pictures? I want your actual company's pictures. I don't want the mock-up pictures. And a lot of them will tell you, well, those are the pictures. And then I tell them, especially if the model is I'll just say this, if the model is non-Chinese, I'll say, oh, so you traveled to this country and took these pictures yourselves? Is this your model? And then they're like, oh crap, no. So which means, duh, you stole the pictures from somebody else and put them on your platform. And so you just have to be very crafty and knowledgeable when you're talking to them, simply because they can tell you anything. So again, that is my spiel with the pictures, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to customize something or get something customized, we got 2 things to go over and then we're done. If you need anything customized, this is what you all are experiencing. And this is the reason why you keep getting crap from China, because you are not doing this properly. When you are talking to a Chinese person, you have to tell them what to do. You do not ask questions. You tell them exactly what you need them to do. I need you to put the buttons here, which means you need a tech pack. I need you to make it this size. I need you to make it this color. Don't ever let them dictate how you want something made, because there are things called language barriers. And I've said this before on my platforms. You are saying ground beef, they say mincemeat. You say elevator, they are saying lift. Sometimes you're saying the right things, but you are so lost in translation that they are saying, oh, she wanted lifted or she wanted elevated, when really you wanted to be something other than what they think you want. So you have to be very specific, down to the threads, down to the colors, down to the materials that you want. If you want a material blend, you want spandex in this, cotton, nylon, and da 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 da. You want whatever it is, you have to tell them. Don't ask. Tell them, I want, my budget is 2,000. I want this for 2,000. Negotiate. And that's what we come in, I got my little flavor with negotiation. I'm a good negotiation, honey. But negotiate, but just know, if you negotiate the price down, you're going to get a lesser quality product. You're like, ooh, I got them to come down to $1 when its original price was $6. How many people common sense will tell you how many people will sell you the same thing of quality for $1 that they sell it to everybody for $6. That's not about to occur. Okay. But you have to make sure you're very descriptive in these chats when you are talking to the manufacturer. What did I tell you all earlier? Because you're going to take this chat if something goes wrong, and you're going to file your complaint. Trade assurance, where are you? Buyer center, trade assurance. You're going to file a complaint against the companies. Okay. So again, you can file a complaint. Now I'll pull this one screen up really fast so you can see. A trade assurance dispute. You can do your wholesale order dispute if you have one. And then other trade disputes is if you were off of the platform and they told you to go off the platform, even though they have this. The other trade disputes, if you pay through a third party, company and stuff like that, if you do that, listen, a large portion of the time, Alibaba doesn't award other trade disputes. Keep it on the platform, which is trade assurance order disputes. Okay. So again, if you have any issues, all you have to do is submit a complaint and keep it moving and get your monies back. Okay. I'm trying to see what else. The locations, good. The chat, you get to refunds, trade assurance. So I went over everything except one more thing, and it's going to take me less than 5 minutes to do. And then I'm going to open it up for questions and go from there. So really fast, you all want to know. So I just searched for a product. So in my advertisements of this course, I said I can help you find major corporations, some of their brands. A large portion of their brands are not on this platform. Oh, so this is the thing. If I am because I'm a supplier as well, we have a warehouse called 81 Wholesale here in China. It's a women's wholesale warehouse, and you can order from us. And just like on Alibaba, as a trade company, we have suppliers. We have thousands and hundreds of them. Okay. And what is going on is that a lot of these companies, again, they have the same, they're doing the same thing. But there are a lot of companies where you are like, for instance, for example, you have something like Zara, because people like Zara, or Shein, like, right. So we'll just say those two. One is non-Chinese, I think European, and then the other one is Chinese, right? Which is Shein or Shine, however you want to say it. I call them Shein, so on and so forth. All right. So with these two companies, there's suppliers are from all over. So Zara's supplier is actually one of my manufacturers that we use all the time, but they only make certain garments for Zara. I have another supplier for Zara, and they only make their pants or something, right? The same thing with Shein. I'm in Shein's factories because we use the same manufacturers. So the same stuff that they sell, we sell as well. So I'm inside of the warehouses. As you can see, like, I've walked through where stuff is being made, right? Because we're using the same supplier. So with that being said, some of these major brands that we are buying from, some of their manufacturers aren't on Alibaba, and some of them are on Alibaba. So let me show you really fast how to look for them. So I'm going to do it again. So I'm gonna say sunglasses this time, because we did sundress. I'm gonna just say sunglasses, and I'm gonna say women's sunglasses, and just call it a day. So women's sunglasses, and I am going to be looking up a manufacturer. Now, this is the thing about this website that you have to, and when I say you have to really deep dive into what's going on, and that is because, I'm gonna go back, and that is because when you're clicking on different things, different windows pop up. So sometimes I don't know exactly where to go and what to click on to find these particular pages, but I'm going to share another page that I frequent a lot. I can send you the link to this page, and it's going to show you something completely different that is being shown right now. And that is, give me a second, let me pull it up. The screen that I showed you all before when we look for suppliers, it had different functions on it. So if I went back to the home page and I clicked and I typed in women's sunglasses, right? And then this particular search engine popped up, it's some stuff missing here. But when I went and I looked up women's clothing, then I got some different criteria here. If you can see the difference in the capabilities here, opposed to this search engine here, is different. So how do I find major brands? First of all, they have this whole section right here that says suppliers, basically Fortune 500 companies. Now, do you see that under sunglasses? No, you do not. So for apparel, a large portion of when you click on verified manufacturers or manufacturers in general. So if you go to Alibaba.com, you click on manufacturers, you type in, like I said, sunglasses. The criteria is not the same as if you went back and typed in women's clothing. Got it? And so you all have to be, again, and you won't know this because obviously you're not sourcing agents. So I'm teaching you the trick of the trade, right? If you don't know, when I say, well, some major, suppliers, major brands, their suppliers are on this platform. So again, the first thing you want to do is do trade assurance. And then you want to click on verify suppliers. Now, why is it they don't have just plain old verified suppliers? They have verified pro suppliers. And that is because when you have the criteria for Fortune 500 companies, they are, as you can see, their transaction fees are high. Okay, their transaction fees are high. And so for women's clothing, there are only 3 Fortune 500 companies. This is a corporation. This probably isn't for clothes. This is for something else. This is for bags. And this is for, I have no idea. So you have to be very, 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 very careful when searching. Now, sometimes if you're looking at, and I didn't specifically say what type of women's clothing, maybe if I said women's dresses or whatever, these companies will pop up. So let me unclick verify supplier. And again, you do see some that are verified that will pop up. These search engines are so tricky. You want to make sure that you are not caught in a trick bag. And that is why I do these sessions, because you can see the vast difference between if I'm searching for sunglasses, I'm searching for women's clothing, I'm clicking on verified pro suppliers, right? Only 3 of them popped up, but the regular, verified suppliers that are that works with Fortune 500 companies, they popped up. I have no idea why. And that's because now check this out, which is weird. Look at this transaction or the gross of how much they make. And this is just a regular verified. I click on this and look how much this is. It's way less. So again, if you use the location, the company's name, look at their main product, deep dive, ask questions, and the right questions, you're going to get what you are looking for. Their reviews are low. Very, very, only 4 reviews. Again, this is a Fortune 500 company that they supply. Now, when we talk about Fortune 500 companies, you have to make sure that the Fortune 500 company is actually a garment or textile company. They do imports and exports. And I probably would not source from this particular company. However, they do customize. They do fully customize. They got 4 reviews, which is low. They've been on the platform for years. I'm just going to click on the company and just call it a day just to see, right? They have 500 something staff. Wow, that's huge, which means they have more than one location. They definitely have more than one location. Their main North America and I was about to say, according to the pictures, it looked like they do a lot of stuff in Europe. So this is 30% the US, 30% Europe. Right off the bat, because their main market is not the US, I probably will not source from this company because I'm going to have size issues with the products unless I get them custom made. And then their main product, I don't know if you all saw the main product. I don't see the main product or where the main product is. They look like it's just women's. Oh, here they are, main products. These are the main products that they make. So again, showing you the pictures, it's a telltale sign that they don't sell plus size, right? And that's the demographics that I usually sell to is plus size women of color. So I would not ever source this particular company. So it is really, really important that you all understand how to source properly on these platforms and how to look for major brands. One other quick thing is if they are servicing 5 Fortune 500 companies, when you click on here, look to see if they have videos or pictures of the companies that they service. And ask them, like, can you give me a list of the Fortune 500 companies that you service and that you so here they go. Target, Macy's, they all use them. Family Dollar, Gap, Guess, Disney. So, hey, I still wouldn't personally shop because this is not my market. And they can probably make the clothes for me, even though they work, with Fortune 500 companies. The other thing, the quick tip that I usually tell my people, and you all know if you've been following me for eons of years, is just because you have a a picture of these people that you work for. How long ago did you work for Target? How long ago did you work for Macy's? What was your revenue? How many units what did you sell to them? What are the garments? If they can't answer that, Costco, Disney, Abercrombie, is that American Eagle? If they can't answer that, then it's a no for me, regardless of this cute little picture of your trusted global partners. That's great. But how is that going to benefit me? Are you working with them currently? And also, why aren't you working with them now? So these are great questions. That leads me into our handbook, which we do have, which there are 143 different questions that you can ask a manufacturer. You need to ask a sourcing agent, as myself or agency. And then there's questions that you need to ask yourself before you even get started in this business in regards to, is this something that you really want to do? And so that's what we have. The other quick thing is your protection, your IP. I showed it to you all earlier, but it's to protect your intellectual property. You are protected. If you have a patent from another country and you can prove it. Now, the thing with that is it's not going to really help you in China, but it puts more weight on your IP infringement case. Okay, your IPR infringement case. All right. Now, you can, if you have a design, if you have, an idea, you can do something called an NNN agreement. We do NN agreements with our customers. Actually, almost all of our customers, 95% of our customers, they apply for NNN agreements because it is like a NDA. You cannot sell my stuff to somebody. You cannot use it after we're done, like nothing. When I'm done with you, you are done with my order. You cannot take it and copy it and remake it. You have to have an NNN agreement on file in order for that to work in China. You have to have a trademark if you're going to sell, and also a patent. You can get that all done. We help with all of that, but that will help someone if you are a new, if you're a beginner and you don't want your information to be put out there to duplicate and to replicate. But this platform has, and let me see if I can even find the one that I was on. You can, when you click on IPR, this is to protect your intellectual property. You can read through this. You can see how it can protect you. And for a lot of people who are just ignorant to the whole situation when it comes to China, and they are yes, they do. They do steal, and a lot of suppliers, because the regulations are completely different. These are two different countries, okay? US and China. Their regulations are different. But when you are selling on these particular platforms, Alibaba is big business. They will look into your case. Okay, they will look into your case. Okay, but you also, as you can see, they do have information for you if you have an idea and it was replicated. I have a lot of customers where things were replicated. I called the manufacturers. They took them off Alibaba. They took them off AliExpress. These are receipts that I have, and I'm able to do that because I know the rule and the trick of the game here and how they operate. Okay, so again, make sure. The other thing is writing bad reviews. If you bought something, write a bad review. So file your complaints. Always write a bad review if you did not have a good experience, and that way it will help the next person. Because again, these companies hate, and the reason why they do this is the reason why they take you off the platform is because the information that you are putting in the chats can be used against them. Because if they get bad ratings, and now it's starting to make sense. I hope so. If they get bad ratings, they will not be able to conduct business. And so now you're seeing the back end of what's going on here. And you want to make sure that you are safe. Your money is safe. Trade assurance, verified suppliers or verified pro suppliers, whatever one. It really doesn't make a difference. It's just very confusing to me. But look, make sure it just has verified in front of it, and you are on this platform sourcing correctly.
So that is it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining my session today. I really, really hope you all, got some tangible information. You're able to take this and go sourcing on your own. But if you can't, you can always come to CB Sourcing for your sourcing needs. For those who are rewatching this, thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow and do all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty, bye-bye.